Hi, my name is Jesus, and I am an artist and photographer plus a nurse from Andalusia. I lived for the last 8 years in the UK, and I just came back to Andalusia, where I'm living in Granada. My work is related to mixing my two passions, which is my career as a nurse and my career as an artist. If I need to describe my art with one sentence, I could say it's a mix between photography, painting, screen print, cinema. Because at the end, like as an artist, I just want to mix everything together. It's been a really long process. Because basically I started with art 10 years ago when I was studying my nurse degree in Madrid. And in there I was painting mostly, but I started with photography too. Obviously I can tell you a lot of Spanish influence, Almodovar and his colors, Goya. You know, all these paintings I was surrounded in Madrid, in El Prado, and even the Reina Sofia, like it's something that it was just getting part of me. But later I started discovering cinema, like 20th century cinema, and people like Fellini, Pasolini, David Lynch, painters like David Hockney. So it's not like I was looking for nothing. It's something that because I was just retaining so much of all these artists, at the end it just all came together. My rule for creating is I have no rules and I embrace any mistake. I always have done it. Like people used to tell me I was a disaster and now I realize that it's a process. You know, like this scene of this broken printer, at the end most of the people will be like, I need my printer to be fixed. For me it was like, ooh, let's experiment, let's see. And that's basically what I have always done. I use Photoshop and I don't know what's going on, something comes and it's new and different. And it's like, let's explore it, no? Because that's what an art is supposed to do, explore towards the infinite. I mean, the best thing that's happened to me, it's been the most horrible, no? Like being a nurse working during the pandemic, it was such a hard time. And I had a depression because of that. But I am so happy that I had it because when you touch ground, the only thing you can do is go farther. And when you see like the darkness of life, in my case, that's what I feel like my picture is so bright. Because I have seen what is darkness and I just want to express completely the different. It's a kind of a meditative process in my case, my kind of a self-therapy. The reality is like I don't know much about the art these days. Not for nothing, it's not because I don't like it, it's just because I don't want to have that influences. Because the people who are making it really well right now are the people who are inspired by 20th century and before. In my case, my main artist since ever is Francis Bacon, because we're talking about this person who didn't study art, same time me, who tried everything, who expressed feelings that they were so powerful and who used like all the horrible things that happened to him. For me, it's been always my main inspiration. Obviously, I don't want my images to give that that kind of message, no? But for me, it's one of my main artists, yes. I don't go to that level yet, and I hope I will never. But yes, my art studio is a disaster. And you know, when you tidy up in that studio, in my case, I just feel naked, and I feel like everything is lost. I mean, a studio at the end is a kind of like the brain, no? I need to have that disorder. So, I mean, as you can see in this exhibition, we're talking about photographs that are becoming almost paintings. The next step is going towards painting. I love photography, but I always loved painting. And I am looking for creating something more three-dimensional. And the other thing that for me is very important is because of from when I'm coming, just a small city surrounded by small people, I want to keep talking about what is to be a nurse. I want to talk about people who are common people, and I want to bring art for everyone. instead of following this kind of elitistic way that many people follow. I think like art is one of the most important things in life for everyone. And in my case, like every time I have an exhibition, I give talks, and you have these people who don't know nothing about art, and they tell you like, you know, I actually really enjoy it. I felt welcome here. And now I want to explore further art thanks to this. So for me, that's my main goal. I have this privilege that I have a lot of knowledge and I'm meeting incredible people and having incredible experiences thanks to art. And I just want everyone to be able to enjoy it and to feel welcome. I mean, I love it. Since Julia told me what was the idea, I was like, this is perfect. I have at the moment another exhibition in Spain, and it's the same, it's in the public space. And when I saw that, I realized that that's what I want. I want my art to be outside. And in here, Julia did an incredible job, because having this tree, this nature, it just looked like, even because of the colors, like flowers, you know, it's like inviting the viewer to just chill and maybe look at it and enjoy it, or just pass through. So the thing is, like, this project with that printer became an obsession after Dior selected me. So I spent 4 months in London, Monday to Friday, working with that printer. It was changing all the time, so remaking everything again all the time, and during the weekends working as a nurse. And then I had a fire in my room with me inside. I was lucky that I survived. I was able to put everyone outside and call the fire brigade. But unfortunately, all the negatives I produced, which was more than 4,000, the printer and a computer, it was completely burned. So it was quite an interesting process during this summer. I bought just another printer and I started like, I felt so lost, you know? Oh my God, I am the guy of the broken printer and now I don't have it. So I developed new techniques and now I don't depend on nothing. It's just like, I keep exploring these new ideas. At the moment I'm using a lot of watercolors. It's always coming from the photographs, but then like by printing and painting over the top, becoming like something new. I mean, the project is all about dementia, no? It's more about the action. The action is the project, because all of these images are coming from different series or even my holiday pictures, no? At the end, they were my memories. So I will put all of them through the printer and then work on them. Many times, most of them, I couldn't do nothing with it. So I needed to develop new techniques, because if I really liked a picture, or I thought, okay, something good can come from here, even if it's not right now, it will just need extra work. Like some of these images require like 10 hours or 8 hours of editing just to come to this final process. Yeah. So yeah, there is a lot of work. It's not just like, oh, it's printed and now I have this. No. I just feel so happy. Like, the work looks amazing. This festival and this city is incredible. I just feel the luckiest person in the world, you know. Whatever else come, I don't even want to think about it, because the dream is, I already have the dream, you know. I already have what could be the best.